Guys, and today we are here for MRC-X in the promised land, that is China. We have two titles that can be secured today. Well, I think the elite one can, but it's going to be circumstances that my brain can't quite frankly fathom. So we're just going to go with one, and if Mark wins it, then Mark wins it. But we are here in China at Shanghai, and I am joined by a couple of people. First up, I'm joined by Stoob. Hello Stoob, how are you?
Good evening, James, how are we?
On top of the world. And next we are joined by T-Side Ted. How are you doing, Mr. Mark Hodgson?
Very well, thank you. Very good, on the mend, so glad I can actually talk and join you this evening.
That's a good point. I'm glad you're feeling better. And finally, we have the Scotland's answer to Karun Chandok and MRC-X debutant, Mr. Gavin. How
Hello!
are you doing?
Welcome! I am all good, back in China again.
Are you excited?
I am. I left China literally 2 days ago to fly to Imola, and now I'm back.
Didn't you get arrested as well at some point?
That was Monday night.
And Wednesday night.
No, I escaped.
Oh no, you had the boss man to look after you, didn't you? That's true. Yes. Well, anyway, we have, it appears, only 19 cars on the grid today. Wait, Simba's racing. Hello, Simba. But, yeah, so we have, 19 drivers and many liveries to talk about and many championship scenarios to talk about. We will not talk about for a minute. But, yeah, who's excited for this?
It's going to be fun. Love a bit of China. Love a bit of the strategy calls this week so far. 1-2 stop. Who knows? Could there be rain? Safety cars? Whoop.
Well, have any of you checked the weather for the race so I can have a quick update on the old rain?
Cloudy in qualifying and sunshine in the race.
Cloudy to start with, and even in the race as well. So. Yeah.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. Like, we all love a bit of the wet stuff.
You do when you're in the commentary box. When you're racing, it's not as fun.
I'll be honest, Martin Hills has just put it perfectly. He's just said it's as dry as a dry thing.
Dry as well.
It's as dry as a dry thing.
So I'm guessing he means it's it's bone dry.
It certainly is.
Mandy said that's a lot in the box. Well, we treat you, Mandy, on a Friday. What can I say? We just, we have the best of the best all come into one. Not that I'm offending anyone else. But anyway, on track action. We have Blowhole on track. He's going to be the one chasing down. So what's the points gap, Mark? Sorry, between you and Blowhole.
He's only a couple behind. Maybe about 3 behind, I think.
Okay.
I think he is quite close behind me.
So, for Mark to secure it today, we need a Blowhole DNF, which is, of course, I'm not wishing that on him. But at the same time, I wish Mark the best of luck in the title, in his title endeavours. So, that's a very much could come down to the final week, so you both need to make sure you're available for that one. And as for the challenger tier, we've got a certain Mr. W that wants to win the title today, and I think is looking very good to do so, but he knows the pressure is on him and he's very passionate to do it. So yellow flag, I'm guessing that's someone moving out the way. But any early spottings from you, Stoob?
So I was going to say there's been some livery changes this week. The one will recall that he's on his lap where he's gone for a blue and green livery. It's a big change up for his usual white Red Bull.
He said that's a Benetton.
There's a few looking like Benetton looking like. There's a few out there but looking quite good, to be fair.
Yeah.
Gav's gone for a nice pink car.
I've gone for psychedelic 1990s rave.
Actually, I was going to say, I need to look at Gav's. He was hyping. Oh my goodness.
Yep, and
that
the green
looks
and
like
white helmet. Oof.
It reminds me of something, but I'm not sure what it reminds me of.
The pink's very Racing Point, the green's very Jaguar, and the orange is very Midland. Yeah.
See, he
1990s rave.
It brings all culinaries to you at once.
It does.
We'll go with that. Oh, I think Dumbest Hornet is running his charity race livery because that looks very charity race colours. So that'll be, and I'm sure we're all excited to see them for next week's race.
They are indeed.
We've got Laura Pels, which is... Oh wait, Giban has started. He's stopped on track.
Giban's actually got a really nice livery.
I'm just trying to get a good view at that now.
Isn't it? Was a very nice looking car.
It is actually, yeah. His is very nice. He's also got the Highland sponsor, just like Gab.
Highland F1.
Yes.
Better than Rangers F1.
I promised him that was banned from today, but now you've mentioned it, yes.
We won the championship.
We've got Mark's old school McLaren. That looks very nice.
Ocean Tame, looks like he's gone for a bit of a Mercedes livery.
Ocean Tame. Where's Ocean Tame? Yeah, that is very Mercedes. That is very Mercedes, actually. Yeah, you're not wrong. Geke Matthew, he's got a very black and red livery.
Scott's gone for a modern McLaren livery.
Actually, let's see Scott's. Where's Scott? He is, after all, the boss man of MRC-X. I was going to say MRC, but I think Mr. Martin would kill me. So now we have... Yeah, Scott's is very nice. I am with you on that. Anyway, have we seen Simba's? Simba's is very green, to say the least. But Gab sets an early, a nice early time. Laura Pell though, wow, 33.2 this early. You're meant to give other people a chance. Yeah, on mediums as well. Wow. Simba's up to a 33.7 on mediums.
There's a bit more time in these mediums for sure. From mine, I kind of forgot to put DRS on.
Mark's not gone for his normal.
Just dropping that in there.
Mark's not gone for a normal tease everybody attitude this week. He's gone straight out. He means business when it comes to getting this title.
Yeah, I thought it would. It's quite a. It's about looking after the tyres round here, I find.
Yeah,
so
that's very true.
It was one where the outlap and in-lap, quite well, very slow. So it's just creative. But I did look at the time and I thought, oh dear, I've missed 6 minutes already.
That's always the way. Morgan, what do you think of Chris Bailey / Blowhole's Arrows livery?
I just wanted to say, I was riding on board of them. It's quite a good orange livery, to be fair. I quite like the black and orange.
Yeah, I really like it. There's another one who will be really annoyed if I don't put it on stream, but you've got Mr. Red Car Rambo's Force India livery as well.
Everyone's trying to recreate teams this week, which is it's a new one. We've seen a lot of personal liveries out, but everyone's just trying to recreate teams at the minute.
I think it's a fun way of doing it as well. Whoa, I've just seen Kid Dynamite's livery. Now that is a brain fuzzler.
I'm surprised he's even out on track. He doesn't usually.
Yeah, usually he teases us, and he's admitted to me openly that he teases us. But wow, that livery is something. But anyway, let's see who's out on a lap. Lorpy's also set an early lap on medium. A lot of people have gone for the mediums early on, minus Ocean Tame, who's in P3. Mark, whoa, that's a soft tyre. That is a strong start.
Yeah. The first sectors, there wasn't much grip, and then it seemed to get better as the lap went on.
Yeah, well, it's a good little banker from you. I mean, obviously there's time there if you're not happy with the first sector, but I mean, you can't be disappointed overall with that. It's put you P1, so good early start.
I think the scary bits is Liverpool and Simba both on medium tyres. That's a scary thought.
Yeah.
Well, But then if you, and again though, let's come back to what happened in, Tier 3 and 4 on Wednesday. Both races won by one-stoppers, so it's possible.
Yes.
Yeah, and we saw, I think it was Ryan takes the mediums a good 20 or so laps as well, so king of tyre position. Not just super sub, but also a hint of Checo in there as well.
I mean, I've just realised this is his 5th race of the week.
Ooh.
Chris Bailey? Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
There's
Now
a gauntlet.
Now that's Chris saying to Mark, to me.
Reese.
And then Reese answers.
Yeah.
He means business. So, I mean, I think you got your work cut out today for that title, Mark.
Yeah, but points aren't winning quali.
That is very... I need to learn that. Bergen said if we calm down from our little session earlier, Gav.
No.
We will never calm down from that.
No. We had an MRC Good Friday experience.
Yes, we did. Yes, and it was a Good Friday as well. Simba's green livery is based off a Jordan 1991, Schumacher's first car. I don't think that was a Jordan, that was a Benetton, was it not?
No, he did. He raced in the Jordan.
He did, okay. Well, there goes my knowledge out the window. So, Simba's, he's in the garage, so I don't even get to have a proper look. That's a bit of a disappointment. Oh, Martin's gone for a very... Yeah, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, Shiwang, if you're listening, get it out, so we can see.
Is that Mandy Shiwang?
No.
Oh no,
Simba's
Simba!
Shiwang,
I thought you were saying that to
the
get Simba to get get
No.
Simba out, because obviously.
No,
Yeah.
he's
Okay.
Shiwang.
Shiwang, get out of the garage. Thank you. You're sincerely assistant head steward. Who else hasn't set a lap yet? So we've got Johnny Smooth and Saviour, who also he's got a gold livery. Now that looks... That I need Stoob's opinion on. Stoob.
I'm riding aboard with him now. I really like the livery, to be fair. It's something
That
a bit different.
isn't it? That is something out of nowhere.
For some reason, like the Benetton have almost become like the white Red Bull this time out because there's that fucking many of them.
Yeah, it does seem to be a fan favourite this week.
Yep, it definitely does. Reese, so at the minute, 5 minutes left, we've got Reese first, Ryan's popped it into second, that's a very good lap time from him. Chris in third, Mark in fourth, Laura Pell fifth, Simba sixth, Bossman seventh, Ocean Tame eighth, Lorpy ninth, and Johnny Smooth in 10th. That is the early top 10. And we've got a Mr. Banshee Bodge hanging around in 11th place.
Tell you what, if you're looking tough though for Julian Sheen's done 4 laps on those mediums, he's definitely have to go out and try again, because it's definitely not a great way to start this race of such high tyre deg.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. That is for sure. I've just realised Dumbest Hornet is also racing. We've got a very strong field today.
You have mentioned him before though, so I don't know if you've
I
just noticed
probably
him
have,
racing.
but I've probably only just processed in my mind who
You
it
mentioned
is.
his charity livery as Ocean Tape.
Yeah, I
retired.
did. Yeah, I've just realised that. Ocean Tame has just retired. Now, where is that on track? That is final
Corner.
corner.
Mid straight, I think.
Yeah, that is at exit of final corner by the looks of it. So I think he's lost his rear on the curb. Let's see if we can see it from Johnny Smooth's angle, because I believe the car is still there. I'm not too sure. It must be on the curb. Oh no, he comes in the pit. So, oh yeah, he's planted that very far into the wall. That is not
Definitely be a
good.
safety car if we were in the race.
Well, I don't believe that it would be, because I've seen a lot of dodgy safety car calls this week. So,
There was none in Tier 3 or Tier 4.
Bergam, why are you moaning about my notifications? I don't have any. So, yes, apologise, thank you. Stephen Cooper lost it at oh, I'm guessing that's Ocean Tame, because he lost it at the last corner, so Yeah. Well, that's it for that. So we've got 3 minutes left. We've got a blowhole back on track because he is on a flying lap. I may stay and see what his first sector's like, how far up he is on his own time, and if he can get above the guys ahead. For sure he is up, but only marginally. Where is Hodge? He is started. He's also up, but by the exact same amount of time as Chris Bailey's up, so this could be very close between those two come the end of the lap. Chris Bailey is now approaching the end of the second sector. How far up is he gonna be? I said that too early. He's 4/10 up. So this is gonna be, by the looks of it, at least it's gonna be competing for provisional pole. But Reese is on an outlap, but Reese is on mediums, so where is Mr. Blowhole going to put his arrows car, I'm going to call it? So he's come around he's at the end of the long straight. He is coming up to the final corner. Don't invalidate here because it is oh so easy to do it, as I learnt. Oh, he's lost his rear slightly and he's invalidated at the final corner, 3/10 up, and he's written his car off. We're going to pretend that didn't happen, and we're going to go to Hodgie, who is 3/10 up, and he is up to second. For some reason I had a timing glitch there where it didn't say where you went up to, but that is a sensational lap from you. 7/10 improvement. I was
quite happy with that. Yeah, happy with that one. Very happy actually.
Sorry, Reese has just lost it into turn 1. That is going to probably be him now. Or to be fair, it looks like he's going to start on pole. That is a crazy lap time from Reese. Simba into second. Wow.
Wow.
This man means
Great
business. Well, he's throwing down a gauntlet and his MRC-X debut as well. What about Mr. Night Shadow? He hasn't started his lap yet.
I wouldn't make it round in time. So I was on the softs, and then I had a little invalidation, and then I came back in and thought I've got plenty of time. Nah.
So Mr. Night Shadow is going to be on a 15th to 1st challenge today. We've got Scott on a lap. He is currently 800ths up on his time, so he's going to be improving, but he might just get Carl here. Potentially. It all goes by where he can put this. Who have you got your eyes on? Stoob?
Currently riding on board with Ryan, but I think he's backed off on this lap. Oh, he's invalidated as well.
Yes. Okay, well, Scott's just about to come across the line. Where's he going to put it? Nowhere. He stays 10th. So, that, Lorapel, did he make the line? I'm presuming he did. He must have just made that with seconds. Oh, he spun. That will be it for I feel so bad for you, Lorapel, because every time I go to someone, it just seems to be them spinning.
Bumped up to 6th.
He is. Is he still? Did he win it last week for the elite tier? I can't remember.
Where were we last week again?
We were at what track was it last week? Australia. Yeah.
Oh yes, that was last week.
I think somebody backed off for him into the last corner, didn't they, and let him win.
No, that was the week before, because I was on comms for that one. Unless I rewatched it and that's what happened, because last week we had the mighty Stoob making his debut on lead comms. You called it, come on man.
No, that was for Abu Dhabi, that was last week.
No. Was it like Abu Dhabi last week?
Yeah. Abu Dhabi did.
It was Abu Dhabi last week. You're not wrong.
Australia I missed. I don't know who won that. I won.
Australia was single track who won that, yes. Australia was. I remember that because that was where Xavier did back off over the line. However, once Lorapel, is Xavier actually up on this lap? No, he's diving into the pits. What about Lorapel? Well, we know about Lorapel. He spun at turn 1. So once he hits the garage, that is going to be your grid for the penultimate race in MRC-X. I have now just realised that it is round 5. and there is only 6 rounds. But Lorapel takes the line, and that will be your top, well, your 19 drivers all qualified. So while we wait for this countdown to go down, on pole we have Reese, second with a astonishing lap, Simba, third Mark, fourth Red Car. Okay, and then it cuts me off. But how are you? Are you two both happy with your qualifying?
Nah, it's okay. I would have liked to have got a time on the softs, because I think it could have got into the 33s for sure, but
well, of course. And Mark, you happy with where you start?
Yeah, really happy. To be fair, to be only less than 3/10 off Reese, I'll take that, and you know, just about beat Ryan, and yeah, heck of a lap from Simba as well. That's a insane lap. So,
well, I mean, lap of the day, I think definitely has to go to Simba with that one. That is a very good lap time from him. I believe he's the highest of the challenger tier currently. Well, he is. And then Carl, defending his title, is sitting in P10. So I believe he's actually second of the challenger tier runners. Yeah, he is. So Carl is still scoring very good points towards his own title here today. But now we have loading screen, which, does this usually happen?
Yes.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Right.
Ooh.
So, right, we've got formation lap, and then we will be underway, folks. And today, history could be made for MRC-X. Mark says thank you. I'm guessing that's Simba, and that's for saying about his livery. So he must like the fact that we complimented it. I mean, you're welcome. But, so Stu, which livery caught your eye early on? I know you can't see them right now, of course, but...
Well, I quite like Ryan's Force India. It's something a bit different we haven't really seen that much of before. And I think it's Saviour's livery. I also quite like that one.
Yeah. Saviour's is very unique, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
Very. I like Mark's. But then I'm a sucker for the old school McLaren, so it looks a bit different to the one you posted in Discord though, Mark. Did you make some amendments?
No, not changed. I don't know if it's the light.
Yeah, I think it could be.
Like the chrome silver with a different light.
Yeah,
on it.
I think it could well be that actually. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, here we are. Anyway, I need to see the tyre strategies of the guys, especially lower than 10. So actually, Lorapel's in the top 10 on medium, so he's definitely going to be one to watch out for. Scott's gone for mediums in 11th. Ocean Tame starts 12th on softs. We've got Giban on mediums. We've got Johnny Smooth on hard tyres. We've got Gav on mediums. We've got Saviour on mediums. Am I saying his name correctly? I am, aren't I? I hope so, anyway. Yeah. And then 17th, we've got Hards. His nickname is Julian Clary, I think, so I'm going to go with that, actually. And then Kid Dynamite, I didn't even realise he was very quiet during qualifying. But he's in 18th on mediums, and we've got Geke Matthew on the mediums as well. So we've only got one driver in the top 10 on medium tyres, which is also what Gav did on Wednesday in tier 4, and that worked out very positively for him. Yeah. So,
do you know,
yes.
Mark, do you know, and this is maybe one of the things, right? When it is cloudy like this and hazy, this circuit is a bit of a nightmare, because you're trying to pick out braking points and apexes, and the mist doesn't help.
You're right. Yeah, it's difficult because in the sun there are kind of shadows that get cast by a few of the overhead boards, and that is a good braking point. And obviously in cloudy, it completely takes that away. Some of them are very much guesswork.
Yeah.
Yes, it certainly is. Now, Bergen says my memory is a goldfish, but okay, thank you. But we are all lining up on the grid for this race to begin. We are just waiting for the last few cars now to pull into place, and then we will see this get underway. And I think that is everyone now. So The lights should start going any second. Hold on, they're coming. Now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Are on the way, and it's a great start from Reese. Simba also seems to have made a very good start. Reese has made an absolutely amazing start. Simba's there right with him though, and then Ryan is there in P3, but I think Mark is... Oh, is that Simba round? No, that was someone round, but I didn't see who. Oh, it's Carl. Oh, that's huge for Carl. He is round, and that is him on his title winning day. Round and sitting in last place on soft tyres. That is not going to be ideal for him. However, we've got... Oh, that's so close between Chris Bailey and Redcar. Mark seems to have dropped a few places off the start, which isn't good for him either. Lorpy's made an absolutely amazing start though. So that is... They are really all very close together here. They're all bunched up. Yellow in sector 2. Morgan, do you see who that is?
No one seems to have gone round as far as I can tell.
That is, I think that's Julian Schoon in the background, very, very wide though. But single track also, he's in 8th place. He seems to have dropped a place or two. That's a very...
Something seems to have happened to Hornet since he's right at the back of the pack now.
Yeah, I think maybe he was the yellow flag, I think. So that could be where that came out. However, Simba has kept Reese very honest early on in this race. Ryan has also kept Simba very honest, which is the top 3 are separated just over a second and a half. So Reese hasn't run away with this as you may expect him to do so early on. Are you two happy with your starts, Mark and Gav?
I've got wheel spin and lost quite a few places. So
yeah, I was going to say you dropped 2, I think.
And then kind of got dive bombed into turn 1 a little bit, so I had to kind of take a lot of avoiding action and try not to, pinball between a few drivers. But hey ho, we survive.
A Night Shadow is in the pits.
When one of the cars in front braked, probably earlier than I was expecting, shall we say. So.
Okay, well, so that's not the best of starts for you two. I mean, Mark's still going reasonably strong in P6, but Gav is in the pits and has a lot of work to do and has gone for hard tyres.
Yeah.
So
well, this is going to get me 20 laps, right? 21 laps. Stick a set of softs on at the end. Happy days. Just bring a safety car out. That's all we need. I'll phone my friend Michael.
So he's here. He's
still on speed dial.
Forever.
Is he still?
Forever. But Reese now is almost... He is over a second, so he's pulling away from Simba. However, Redcar is right up Simba's gearbox. I won't say what I said on Wednesday. So, I know Gav wanted me to. But, actually, I think Simba's running a very low drag setup here because he is very quick in a straight line. Very quick. Because he is just gained...
tries in a second though, because DRS will start coming into effect.
Yes, it will do. You're not wrong at all. But Simba seemed to have gained about 3 or 4 tenths on Reese then in a straight line. He seemed like he had some crazy straight line speed. But Ryan is still right there. He's hounding the back of Simba now. Oh, yellow in sector 3. I think that's Geke no, Julian Schoon, sorry. So, yeah, I think he's lost it at the back straight. That is not good. So, Mark's still there, P6. He's very close behind Chris Bailey, who's very close. But everyone is separate. There's a big DRS train here behind Reese. So, I think overtaking, especially between these guys, is going to be harder because no one will get the straight line advantage. But anything,
the grid seems to be like 4 different packs at the minute.
It does, doesn't it? It seems to have, you've got the front group, which is down to Martin, effectively. And then you've got Saviour to around Bit, and then after Bit you've got another group. So, yeah, it is very much in 3 groups. But, I think that front group, I mean, Simba's done very well to keep Reese with his DRS. But he's got DRS on this lap. Is he going to be able to close it up? I think he's going to be a bit too far back heading down into the penultimate corner. But he's closing, he's closing. Not quite, but Ryan can't really make the advantage he needs to make on Simba because Simba has DRS. but Simba will get another go at it into the main straight, or well, the pitch straight I should say. So is he going to be able to gain? He is gaining, but Ryan is also gaining on Simba. Is he going to be able to make a move into turn 1? Not quite. He is having to sit back. Chris Bailey's now over a second. He seems to be losing touch a little bit with Ryan, but then it seems to be fluctuating a lot. So, wait, has Chris Bailey got past Lorpe? He has, hasn't he? I've missed that somewhere. Yeah, so that's
one of the DRS.
Ah, okay. And then now that's you right on the back of Lorpe. So you've done well to keep Laura Pell behind you. However, Laura Pell is on probably the better tyre at the start of this race. You've got Single Track and Martin into the fast left-hander. Single Track and Martin. Single Track and Xavier into the fast left-hander. And that is very, very racing. These two are still going at it. Is Xavier going to make the... Oh, there's contact. Oh, but I think Xavier gets away damage-free. So I think he's going to be okay, just about to carry on from that one. But Reese now 1.3. Simba is going to become under pressure here from a rampaging Rambo. Does that make sense? Yeah, it does. A rampaging Rambo. So he's closing with DRS. He is. But I think he's too far back on this occasion to get him down the main straight. He may wait to make the move into turn 1. I think he's going to. He is. Saviour's now got past Single Track, so that's Saviour up into 8. I believe he started around P. He wasn't in the top 10. So Saviour's made a lot of places up early on. And I think he's
gone up. Position changes. Saviour's gone up 8 places.
Yeah. So that is... Yeah, so he started around about... Oh, I didn't even see Kid Dynamite there in P10. He started... No, I think Kid Dynamite started 18th, didn't he? I think, yeah. So, yeah. That's an impressive start from him as well. But we expect no different from him. But Simba is doing well at keeping... Because he's managed to get Reese back to under 1 second here. So Simba is really going well, for sure.
Yeah, I think Reese is obviously starting to look after those soft tyres. It won't be that much longer until they are starting to wear out and he'll start losing lap time, so...
I'd be interested to see... So Simba's actually... To be fair, Simba's only got 35% battery already. So Simba
Ryan's
has...
doesn't look great either.
When does Ryan's battery ever look great? Let's be honest. He burned through it very quickly. Reese is on 100% battery. So... I mean... You could say he's very much toying with Simba at this point. Oh, what's happened to them?
Me and Scott were having a little battle, and then Ocean Tame suddenly appeared out of nowhere in the middle of us.
Well,
what can only be described as a very late breaking
adventure. We'll go with adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something you might do from swimming.
Dive.
Cannonball?
Dive. there's many connotations you could be used here, but Mark, I've just realised, is now in the pits along with Chris Bailey, along with Simba. So obviously, and Single Track, all of these guys must be experiencing a lot of tyre wear. Mark, can you comment?
It's one of those that I think the time loss is one of those things. So it's probably easier and better to kind of just say goodbye with those tyres and stop on a step just with the potential undercut, especially when we've got the train that we've got going on.
Yeah, no, that's more than understandable, and to be honest, I'm sure those soft tyres probably weren't feeling great. However, Simba and Chris are having a right scrap coming out the pit lane, and Chris is all over the rear end of that car. I'm going to say, because I can't remember what car they said it was originally, but Chris is going to be hounding her, and Mark's got a perfect view of it all, so I think Mark's going to be sat there waiting patiently to pounce if something happens between those two. I'm getting a lot of sound effects from Mr. Gav.
Sorry, me and Scott are just having a little battle with ourselves.
Bit of argy-bargy?
No, just a little bit of brake a little bit earlier. Stand on the brakes. I kind of did this on Wednesday as well.
You did have, there was a few sound effects, and they do add to the tension.
The drama.
Yeah, the drama. That's probably the better phrase. Yeah, we like a bit of drama here in the MRC, but not too much. Or at least I do, but that might make me bad. Anyway, Lorpe's dove into the pits, is that the right word? Yeah, my English is going out the window today, guys, I'm sorry. But Lorpe's in the pits. Is he going to go for mediums as well? I'm presuming he probably will. But Bit has got himself. Oh, as I speak about Bit, he's now doing it. Dove into the pits as well. Red Car is within. Red Car's kept Reese very well, but is Reese burning any of his battery yet? No, none at all. Reese is still on 100% battery. Ryan is on a whopping 11%. So,
wow.
I mean, for Ryan, that's a lot and impressive. But, I mean, Ryan has still done well, whether he's used a lot of his battery or not, to keep Reese within touching distance. But Reese is probably saving his tyres a lot better than Ryan is, because Reese isn't in dirt. Yeah, Ryan is. But Laura Pell's also kept the gap very nicely, but Laura Pell's on 40% of his battery, but he started on the medium, so he's going to be able to go a lot deeper than those two in this race. So yeah, and breathe. Morgan, what have you been watching?
I've been watching a bit between Ryan and Reese, a bit of Saviour and Irapel.
Yeah.
Mark and Simba, Gav and Scott's battles up and down the field at the minute. Everyone.
There's a lot everywhere, isn't there? I've just realised that Chris has got past Simba. And Reese,
Ryan
the race leader, and
the
yeah, they're both in the pits. I'm guessing that will also be for mediums. Is Chris going to have gained on them that much to get the undercut? Because if it is, then I think Reese is you're probably going to have to see Reese push for the first time in this race.
Well, Chris is coming down the main straight now.
I think he's got him, hasn't he?
I think he's done it.
He has.
Yeah.
Chris is through and Simba's through. Simba's still a net P2, P1 if you of the challenger tier. Reese is now.
Unfortunately, didn't quite make it though.
Yeah, it was side by side, so just couldn't make it. He's got just a bit more grip, soft tyres for him.
Yeah, but you did get Ryan, and the gap between those two was very close. Was Ryan ahead of you or behind? He was ahead of you before the stop, wasn't he? So you got Ryan, so that's a good thing for you at least.
Yeah, Ryan and Laupe, I think we undercut them both, and technically we kind of did with Reese. He's having a little look at Simba. Didn't know that was a passing place, but wow,
it was a good move that.
Yeah, it was a very good move. So Ryan's sat there P9 now, Laupe P10. Single track still P11 as well, so he's still in with a shout, but he seems to not quite be able to stick with the guys in front as of early pace.
Tell you what, I'll just jump back on board with Gav. I'm pretty sure him and Scott are just having like a nice little game of tag together now.
We tried to go round side by side round the 7, 8, 9.
But in all fairness, your pace on those hard tyres does not seem bad at all. Like, you're sticking with Scott, who's on the same lap old medium tyres as you. So
it's okay.
From that point of view, it looks kind of positive for you. Your pace doesn't seem that bad, do you know what I mean? As I was saying about single track not being able to keep pace with the guys in front of him, he goes and sets the fastest lap. So that's like okay, shut up, Connor. From
that's
Martin.
You told James.
Yeah, that's basically him saying never talk about me again. So I won't. Gibbard's in 6th.
What does
Yeah, sorry.
No, I was going to say, what does Carl have to do to win his championship, considering he's behind me? Just out of curiosity.
That is a very good question. All I know is, Gibbard is in the wall and he's lost his wing. I don't think that's going to be out of safety car, much to Gab's disappointment.
DSC.
It's a virtual.
We got a virtual, but there is no front wing on that car, and that's a DHL board out of place as well. And a 3-second penalty.
There was side by side with Simba, and it was just one of those. There was plenty of room, I think, given by both. I had a good view, to be honest. Just one of those. You tap the rear with the front tyre, and away you go. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, there was definitely room given by Simba. I think maybe Gibb just tried to hold it in there for a bit longer than he maybe should have done.
His tyres
but
are a lot more worn than ours, so I think that's where it's just come down from.
Yeah, I don't think you can necessarily blame.
To stop.
Yeah, and I think they had to. I'm surprised Laropel didn't though. I mean, he's got essentially a free pit stop here, so they both got for hard tyres. So that surprises me a little. Actually, no, because they're guaranteed to go to the end, aren't they? But and they couldn't go onto the mediums, so that secures their one stop. Oh, drive through for Night Shadow. That is
literally
unlucky.
As I came into the hairpin, it decided to just end, and that way where suddenly it's just.
Yeah,
that's how I got it as well.
Wait, did you get one as well, Mark?
No, I did on Monday.
Oh, okay. But can I just point out, Saviour is now the net leader of this race because of that VSC.
I think me and Scott had this exact same drive-through because he's driving through as well.
Yeah. Well, I saw yours pop up. Like, did you see one for Scott? Well, I'm guessing he has got one by the fact that he's driving through. But
either that or he decided he was happy to keep my little battle with him going.
Yeah, Reese has gone for a very brave bit. I realised, I believe Reese... When Reese pit, did he put on soft tyres, Morgan?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's nailed on for the 2-stop. That's guaranteed. Saviour is on a 1-stop, so... Unless there's a safety car, you would say Saviour's probably the favourite to win this race. Unless Reese can pull out some crazy lap times here to pull away. But Reese has just got past him. Sorry. Oh, Saviour's come into the pits. Did he get a drive-through? He may have done.
Don't think so. He's got a penalty by his name.
Yeah. I don't know what... Maybe the wrong tyres have been put on his car then, because he has come into the pits. But Chris Bailey is now just over a set. What? So is he actually pit or is he...
No, he just drove through. I didn't see he had a penalty, but...
So he must have had a drive-through then. Yeah. Well, that's really hindered him then. Because obviously I've just said he's... I think I need to stop being nice about people on the stream because they seem to just get ruined by my niceness. Every time.
Yeah. Kid Dynamite's having a great race here. From 18th to 4th now on a set of hard tyres.
He has. He's taken advantage very well of that virtual safety car as well. So... That'll be... him right in the scrap. What happened down there?
No,
Gav?
I've passed Scott for the first time.
Whoa, that's been a race long. At least you two can say you've had fun battling each other.
Oh, completely.
I mean, you two have been going at it hammer and tong for a very long time now.
Yeah, he kind of got a little bit out of shape coming onto the Anting banking, and yeah.
I'm not going to attempt to say that on the stream because I know I'll say it wrong and get myself in trouble.
But Gibbon in front, 6 seconds ahead, 3-second penalty he's got, so Gibbon, if you're listening, I'm coming after you.
That is fighting talk from the Banshee.
Oh, no.
Okay, and I think he's just eating his own words because he's behind Scott now, which is... What penalty have you got? 3 seconds as well on your
3
time?
seconds,
yeah.
I got, as I was going through turn 7, 8 and 9, I literally got a snap of oversteer and my car just went.
Yeah, and I've just picked up Mark is now hounding the back of that, the back of Simba's car. So Mark is going to be relentless.
As you alluded to early on, he has got a very, very slippery bit on.
Yeah, it did look that way.
DRS on him, and I just didn't really catch him at all down the main straight last time. And I've also got Mr. Rambo for company, keeping me very honest.
Well, he's always there for company. He's like that annoying little wasp that you can't get rid of all the time. He's always there relentlessly after you.
Like a little Jack Russell.
Yeah, that's probably the best way. He's always at your ankles biting them, annoying you. So he's there.
That's not a main job.
Isn't it?
What, are we now 4'1"?
Yeah.
That guy's...
he'll be upset if we don't give him the half.
That guy's height seems to just vary every time I speak to him. But either way, Reese needs to try, I think, pull that gap out a lot bigger to Chris on those soft tyres.
I'll tell you what, Scott seems to be struggling on those mediums. He'll have been on them for 11 laps and he's getting tail happy out of corners.
Oh, well that's not very good considering 9-lap-old mediums. I dread to think what Geke Matthew's doing out of corners, if that's what he's doing.
I'll tell you in 3 seconds time when I find him.
You're going to find him in 3 seconds? Oh, Gibbon's just... No, that's Geke Matthew who's just gone very far off track. That'll gain you some time to him, so it'll probably be less than 3 seconds now. Eddie...
Scott's really struggling coming out of the anti-banking.
Yeah. I mean, that guy... your pace on the hard tyres is very strong. I have to give it to you.
I just wish there was like an ability for the field to close up.
Yeah.
Is that you asking for a safety car without actually asking for a safety car?
What I am suggesting is that if there was ever an opportunity that one may present itself, then yes, the race director should consider a safety car.
That was very musical, that as well.
Yeah, me, Geke, Matthew and Scott were going almost 3 abreast down the pit straight and I thought, oh, it's getting a bit tight.
Okay, I have an idea to try and bring you guys your wish. Mandy, can you ask Simba what he thinks of the idea of a safety car? He's the closest thing we have to Massey in this league. So ask him, and if he wants to bring one out, then that's up to him. Well, but Mark and Simba, sorry, are going side by side into the final 2 corners, and this battle looks... Oops. Oh, what's going on here? Mark's gone very far off track. Oh,
yeah,
but that was
a big warning.
Oh, you got a warning, did you?
Oh,
so
yes.
red car is now closing, and that seems to stay the way it is for the time being. Anyway, Gav, what was you saying? I apologise for interrupting.
No, more important things than me. The closest we've got to Michael Massey in this league is our very resident Liverpudlian, to Massey.
He's out! That could be their wish, and
it's
it
a
is a safety car.
Oh.
Wow. That is a massive impact. I believe he's lost both front wheels. Wow.
Christmas has come early for Gav.
Oh, I'll tell you one thing. This is interesting.
It is, because what do you do? Oh, drive through for Laura Pell. That... He hasn't pitted. Oh, you've got to feel for him. He's 21 seconds clear as well. He'd have come out in front of Reese Whitcomb. Laura Pell would have been the net leader, but now he's got to make a drive-through penalty. Serve a drive-through penalty.
14 laps.
Yes.
Set of mediums.
I mean, I feel like it's a bit unfair if I prod you in either direction, but I think you'd be daft to put on a set of... Wait. I've just realised you've pitted for it. You're on 2-lap-old mediums.
Yes, because I qualified on them.
But didn't you pit for hard tyres at some point?
Yes.
Am I completely lost here, or have I missed you? Okay, so you've only just come in. Okay, I'm sorry, ignore everything that's just come out of my mouth. Chris, so you got Reese and Laura Pell both in the pits. Reese is no surprise, he's on soft tyres. Laura Pell had to pit. Kid now takes the lead of this race, I think. No, Laura Pell didn't come in. Okay.
Ryan stays out as well.
Ryan stays out, but this safety car, I mean, Ryan could go to the end.
He's proved it time and time again, he can make those tyres go.
That's what I mean. Look at how far he went in. I think it was tier 3 he went on a set of mediums? Like, I believe if anyone can make a set of tyres last, Ryan could probably do 20 laps on softs knowing him at this track. So...
Carl
nothing...
doesn't feel quite as confident though, he's coming on 6-lap-old mediums.
I mean, from Carl's point of view though, he doesn't have to take any silly risks today. He just has to out... I don't even know if his nearest title contender is in this race. So, I think for Carl it's just bring the car home, score as many points as possible and win the title, and he doesn't have to, he can have a race, a no pressure race at Jeddah.
I would love a championship battle in Jeddah. I mean, that has got everything that the public would want to see.
That has drama, that has safety cars, that has wings flying aplenty.
Yes.
As we saw in a little teaser 5-lap lobby earlier.
Where is the safety car? Is it just coming around the Anting banking?
He is.
so.
Oh,
Yes.
okay,
He is.
Nora. Me and Scotty are just coming round the non-Anting banking turn 1 and 2.
Like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys you've got to play quite a bit of catch up actually.
Don't you worry about that, Connor, sub.
Ooh. Is that a confident banshee over there?
For some safety car talk though, we can talk about the real life safety cars and all the complaints about how slow the Aston is compared to the Mercedes.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange comment, that one.
Yeah.
Where it's suddenly come about, it's... Yeah. Is it just something else for them to complain about?
I think
I haven't
no
had
matter
anything
what,
for a couple of races, so...
I think you could have a safety car going at the speed of a normal Formula 1 car and they'd still mean it was going too slow. I do. And then you got Mr. Charles Leclerc came
back in the pits.
Drive-through. I'm hoping he doesn't think that you can serve that under the
safety car
because you can't.
But the whole thing about the safety car, right? The safety car goes at a pace that's dictated by race control. It doesn't matter what the type of car is, whether it's a red Merc or a green Aston. It's dictated by race control.
Yeah,
and
no, that's
usually
true.
They go flat out anyway. Well,
Yeah,
not
exactly.
necessarily flat out, but
No,
it's...
but close enough, yeah.
I guess it depends on the severity and where the crash is as well, depending on their speed. So, but then you had Mr. Charles Leclerc coming out saying, why don't we make a Ferrari safety car that's 5 seconds a lap quicker? So...
Oh, but then put a Bugatti Veyron in there or something like that, and then you'll be happy days.
I think
that would be something to see.
That would be something that would be like, okay, these F1 cars are struggling to keep up with that. Then definitely not. But yeah, I think the whole. What's your opinion on it, Morgan?
I think it's a bit of a weird one to be fair. Obviously, the Mercedes safety car has been upgraded to almost like a race spec car this year. Because I don't think the one last year. I think that was more of like almost like a road going version of obviously the cars that they make.
Yeah.
So I think it's come up as like a bit of a problem that they haven't really got like a racy spec Aston on the go. It's it's almost like a road going version of what they put out.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong at all.
But obviously, the big statement that came up from the FIA said it's a performance car that's quick enough for what they want to do as a safety car. So.
Well, it's like somebody, I saw a tweet on official F1's Twitter, you know, they released a statement of the FIA talking about the safety car, and someone said, we could always go back to the old safety cars, which was like a Ford Mondeo or something, back in like the 1980s or something, and it made me laugh. I was like, well, see, imagine if they had that as a safety car now, then they would be kicking up. Because that full pelt's probably not even a third of a Formula 1 car, is it? So, that would be... You'd have a lot of moaning then from the drivers, for sure. But Kid Dynamite. Now we'll go back to MRC-X racing talk with this red safety car. We have Kid Dynamite on 5-lap-old hard tyres, leading with a rampaging Rambo behind him on 8-lap-old medium tyres, but then behind him you've got Reese, Chris, Hodge, Lion King, our great leader, all on 1-lap-old medium tyres. So all of those guys going to be able to put pressure on Kid Dynamite, do we think, Morgan?
I think that off the start, I think Ryan and Kid should get away fairly easy, but within, say, 5 or 6 laps, these fresh tyres behind them are definitely going to make them struggle a bit, especially with how much pace that Reese has shown at the start of the race.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is for Kid, he's got to work a lot harder than the rest to get heat into those hard tyres, because, let's be honest, they're not great, are they? And then Ryan's on 8-lap-old mediums, but like you said, from the start he should be okay, because they shouldn't be drastically worn out or horrible to drive, at least at this point. But give it 3 laps and you're probably going to have Reese ushering him around the track.
I also wonder why Geke Matthews got softs on, because that means he's definitely going to have to pit before the end of this race.
Well, I mean, he's got to do what? 10 laps, 11 laps on those tyres.
11 laps.
Yeah, 11 laps. And safety car is in this lap, and I kind of expect something very horrible. How that feels, yeah. I'm not going to say what I was going to say because I'll get myself into trouble. But Kid Dynamite will lead us. He's going to become the de facto safety car now. He's already backed off big time. I'm interested to see where he goes here. Where would you go in his situation, Morgan?
Maybe at the second to last corner. It's probably the best place to get like the sort of jump you need.
Yeah, I agree.
Another place you could do it, but it would be really weird, is if you do it literally just before the start-finish line. Because everyone would be trying to accelerate out to the last corner, and you're just holding everybody up down the main straight. Yeah,
no, I agree with that a lot. I think I would, yeah, personally, if it was me, but I mean, I'm probably not the best opinion to listen to in MRC. He's gone, and he's gone basically where you said he would as well. So now you've got Ryan chasing down Kid, but Kid seems to have got the jump on Ryan. Reese has kept with Ryan pretty well, but Kid seems to have got away really well on that restart, and Ryan wasn't able to have any answer for him. So Kid obviously got a good amount of heat into those tyres. However, Sabio's just done a move on Dumbest, but Dumbest is on 10-lap old medium tyres. But that looks like a sensational move around the outside of turn 3, I think it is. So
Julian Schoon and Irapel straight into the pits to serve the drive-throughs.
Yeah, I wasn't aware Julian Schoon got one, but I know Lorapel was.
Oh no, his was an actual pit stop. He's gone for some softs.
Yeah, 0 laps, yeah. Yes, you're not wrong at all. But, I mean, this race is still very wide open. I mean, you've technically got anyone down to, well, you've literally got anyone that can win this race still. But, I think if you're any of the top 10, you're definitely going to be sat there thinking, okay, I can actually win this. Minus arguably
Reese is already all over the back of Ryan.
He is, he's hounding him. Like, Ryan doesn't seem to be able to keep with Kid either. But what's Kid's battery looking like? Yeah, he's on 81%. Ryan's actually on a really high 57%. So, and he got Reese. He's still got loads, so he's going to be using his very wisely when it really comes to it. Chris is also right on the back of Reese though with Mark. He's also right there.
Oh, Scott's gone round!
Oh, he's out as well. Is that going to be another safety car? Is it? Nothing yet.
At the moment.
Nope.
No, I don't think it's going to be, because usually they're out by now.
Yep, and Bergen's just made a comment saying, is that a call-out, Gav? No, nothing like that at all.
I think he made that comment a very long time ago.
Did.
Safety car.
Oh, safety car!
Well, that was...
Very late.
Very.
I'm trying to work out, has Scott lost that on the... He lost on penultimate corner, didn't he?
Yeah, as he came out of the hairpin, he just got it too quick, too loud, and basically went round. I wonder whether it was cold tyres or whatever, but yeah.
I'm really bad,
got Ryan just before the safety car as well.
I was just about to bring that up. I've just noticed that Reese has got Ryan now, so that is going to be... I mean, if you're Ryan, I think surely you come in for a set of softs. Surely.
But the softs will wear out quickly, and you're only going to have a safety car for at least 2 laps. That's only going to take you 7 laps. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he could make them last. I mean, this guy seems to be a god on tyre wear. Like, he seems to just have goat state. He's basically Checo Perez on a bad day. So
he's Alex Albon.
He's Alex Albon.
Yeah.
He literally was Alex Albon in Tier 4, wasn't he? He took those tyres till, like, what was it, 2 laps to the end or something? And then just went, yeah, I'll pit now. And, yeah, but I think, obviously, all the guys that pitted for mediums on the... Oh, what's happened to...
Johnny Smooth out.
So, going down the straight...
Yes.
And the pack in front braked harshly, as you would expect. I then had to brake harshly, and Mr. Johnny Smooth unfortunately ended up rear-ending me.
Caught in the shuffle. Or no,
yes.
Is that the right terminology? Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate to say the very least.
Yes, yeah.
I think next. Well, I mean. How quickly is Reese going to get Kid at the start of the next safety car restart, because
Hornet in the pits for softs.
yeah, he was on reasonably old medium tyres. Ryan
Right.
really is going to try and take these to the end, isn't he?
Yeah, it's his usual trick, but I think he's definitely going to struggle now on this restart with 11 lap old mediums.
The thing is, can we doubt this man? Like, is it fair for us to, with what he's shown us this week? I don't think it is.
Well, you know, we can doubt him.
We can doubt him, but do we really want Ryan laughing at us? Because we know he will as well.
I'm sure Frodo's got some tricks up his sleeve. He'll be alright.
Frodo, that's a new one. A bit harsh.
Do you know the more interesting thing is, right?
Yeah.
You have people coming in. No one really came into the pits apart from a couple. But if the safety car doesn't come in this lap, someone might decide to just stick a set of softs on. Go to the end. 6 laps.
I'm sort of surprised that. Well, no, because Kid wouldn't have done, because he didn't have any gap, because obviously there was just a safety car. So he was never going to box then because of that. He was never going to get track position. This safety car is staying out for at least one more lap, so
Yep.
unless it's going to get a really late call in, but that would be very late if it was to. But I mean, I'm sort of surprised it hasn't, because Geke Matthew is right on the pack now as well, so we've got another lap of the safety car.
It might go really late.
It's coming up through the last corner now.
No, it's still going. It's still going.
It's still going, has it?
Yeah,
Oh, that's interesting.
It's going one more lap at minimum.
Right. That is very interesting. I mean, it's exceedingly interesting.
Yeah.
Because you're in the pits.
Oh, Morgan, come on.
Oh, look at
Gonna be better than
eagle-eyed
this.
Stoob. He's just seen a Banshee pop himself into the pits. So, you know when you said, oh, I think if a safety car stays out for one more lap, some people might come in for soft tyres.
They might, yeah.
You
No
were
one
hinting
did.
at yourself.
Well, perhaps, yes.
Fair enough.
I
don't
have
blame you.
decided that safety car isn't that far away. So even if it comes in at the end of this lap,
Well, I mean, you're only 10 seconds behind it, effectively. Well, a bit more, but you know
Yeah.
what I mean. You're 10 seconds off the last car in the pack to catch it.
I've now got Geke Matthew, so
you've got a Geke in your sights. So,
Mr. MS is there.
Morgan, am I being an idiot, or
Possibly.
is there is a strong possibility that that is the case? Is Carl currently scoring 18 points? He is, isn't he? Only Simba is above him from Challenger, I believe.
I will double check that, but
I don't
quite
think
possibly.
any. I think because Kid tier 1, Reese tier 1, safety cars in this lap, Ryan tier 2, Chris tier 1. Sorry, Chris will hate me if he hears me say that. Mark tier 2. Obviously, Lion King is tier 3. Then you got Martin, who's tier 2/tier 1 next season. Then you've got Saviour tier 1. So yeah, it will be scoring 18 points, which you would probably say guarantees his title, won't it? And well,
pretty much.
touching wood for Carl's sake that he can actually see this out and score those points. But I think he's looking very good, and I mean the only thing that scares me is we may never hear the end of this.
Steward's inquiry, please.
Yeah, I might just put my hand up after comms just to say, look, can we double check Carl's legitness of this? Because there's something dodgy going on. But Carl, Ryan's just said, calm down, my tyres are only 25% worn. Well, 25% too much, I say, compared to everyone else. So, yeah. But anyway, Kid is now underway, and Ryan, your tyres are only 25% worn, but wait, what's happened to Reese? He's lost to
He got
Chris.
squarely outside of the last corner, and then I think Ryan had a moment as well somewhere.
Ryan's lost out somewhere because he's dropped from 3rd to... I mean, those 25% worn tyres didn't help you, did they? But still, Chris is into P2. That is probably not the news Mark wanted.
Not really.
Because that's going to make Jeddah slightly more sweaty for him. because
It'll
especially
give,
as yeah,
Chris the lead in the elite tier, as it currently stands.
it will do, and that'll be heading into Jeddah, which is a track I'm sure you haven't driven too many times.
I've done 3 laps around, I think.
Wow. So that's, I mean, I can say to you that Chris has done more laps. Clean laps, I'm not going to comment, but he's done more laps of Jeddah. Like, I know that from experience. And he lost to me at Jeddah, if that gives you any confidence. But I won't talk about that because, yeah. Oh, what's happened to Mark? Has he lost his rear, or are you all good?
It was just a little bit jittery going around the infamous banking, Chaos banking.
Yes.
The Banshee Bank.
Yes.
The Banshee Bank.
Martin's about to take Simba.
He is. Simba's.
Better of it.
They've got very similar liveries now. I look at them. Like, to the point, if they didn't have names next to them, I wouldn't know which one is which.
They definitely do like teammates at the minute.
Ocean Tame's got 3 seconds. How many? What's Carl got? Is he on 3 seconds as well? He
so.
is,
Yeah.
yes. So Carl will not. He might lose out to the Rappel, but he's only going to lose out to people in the elite tier as things stand. Because obviously Gab is the next driver down from the Challenger, and he is in. He's also got 3 seconds. But yes, I was about to say, very good safety car restart from you, Mr. Banshee.
Yeah.
It is. So now we've got Chris Bailey, well, not hounding, but he's closing in on Kid Dynamite. And you'd expect Chris Bailey to probably get him, but I mean, he's on reasonably fresh soft medium tyres, and Kid Dynamite's on 12 lap old hard tyres. So it should almost be a mismatch. But Kid's pace seems to be very strong on those hard tyres, and he's still got over half his battery remaining. Chris is down to 30%, but he's just realised there is no DRS as of yet. That's a bit awkward. Because I was gonna say he's in the DRS, but
He's thinking about a move on single track as well. Ooh,
those two have seemed to have been battling most of the race, to be fair. I mean, Ryan's done 14 laps on those tyres now. Is Ryan anywhere near you in the championship, Mark? I honestly haven't done.
Sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say but he's
What's happened to mine? Oh, he's in the pits.
He's in the pits.
He
Yeah.
is. Has he got damage? I think. Are you happy to look at that? See if he gets a wing change. Yeah. So I think Kid's still at the minute, but now Reese is really harrying the rear end of Chris. Reese is still there, and he still wants that second place off Chris, because they both know there's a huge chance they can win this race with Kid on the tyres that he's on and the age of the tyres that he's on. So I think they're both going to be fancying their chances. Dummist is now into P9 on his soft tyres. He's made some brilliant progress early on in this race, and he's right on the rear of Carl. So I think Carl's going to be starting to get a bit sweaty, hoping that no incident comes out of this, because at the minute he's obviously scoring the points he needs to win the championship.
Rappel's gone round! Coming out of the corner, he's gone!
He's still going though.
Banshee just scared the living daylights out of me.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's just lost an end plate.
Oh, he's not had a race to remember today, Le Rappel. He had an unlucky moment under the VSC earlier, which made him get a drive-through. However, it's not been a race he's going to be wanting to remember. However, David Hornet is now up to P8. He's got himself past Carl, but Carl is fighting back. But I think Carl's going to sort of learn to just give him the place here, because Carl doesn't need to do anything silly here. Sorry, Mark, what did you say?
Sorry, now then another 3-second penalty for me, running wide out the last corner. So that's not helping me in any way, shape or form. It's not going well, and it's a bit of a four-way battle at the front, I'm not going to lie. It's
yeah, the issue for you is you're right with them, and obviously you need to gap Ryan, so it's not helping you at all, is it?
It was a good little battle going on.
Reese has got past Kid.
Timber.
I did miss that. Trying to find the Le Rappel crash.
Hairpin at the other end of the hairpin, but good traction. Chris, I think, got a little bit squirrely, and Reese took advantage of that.
Yeah. Well, that's big for Reese, is it? I think this is his MRC-X debut. I could be wrong, but I think it is. And if it is, what a debut it's been. But he's just got 3 seconds, which is going to be huge for Kid and even bigger for Blowhole. Because if Blowhole can now get Kid, that is going to mean he becomes the de facto leader of this race. Because as long as obviously Chris can stay within the 3 seconds of Reese, but Reese is already pulling. Chris needs to be able to get Kid down this straight, or maybe even down turn 1, but he is closing, he goes down the inside. Is he going to make this move stick, and is he going to be able to get there? He is, he's passed, and he's there before the braking. But he has sort of cut that by the looks of it a little bit. Mark's now on the rear of Kid. Is he going to be able to get him into turn 1? I mean, you're there, but the issue is I think Kid's probably going to get DRS, isn't he?
He does,
he has. He's opened it. That's very unlucky for you, because you could have done with probably getting past him to be able to get Ryan.
That's a good little move you made there, Gav.
Thank you. Carl defended deep and well, but it's just the grip of the software.
I've just realised that Mr. Night Shadow's taking 3 points off of Mr. Carl.
Yeah. He'll be a happy man with me.
I don't think he's ever going to talk to you again if I don't win the title today.
Well, that's going to be the awkward in Jeddah.
Yes, that's going to be a tier 2 comms to remember.
Yep.
I mean, I'm always down to replace, you know that. I'm always happy. As long as you'll have me, of course.
Exactly.
But
it's Hornet against Simba as well, because is Simba in the lead of the Challenger class?
He is at the minute, yes.
Ooh.
And but Hornet is elite because he's tier 2.
Ah, so I'm second.
So currently you are scoring a whopping 18 points on your debut.
Ho ho.
So I bet you are, now you know that, delighted about it.
Well, I wouldn't mind taking 25 points off of Simba.
I bet you wouldn't.
But you know, we'll see.
But you've got to get past the Hornet to get to sit. Well, no, you need to hope actually, let's see, because this is a close battle heading into the main straight. But Simba has Ryan. Simba's got he's gone for a move on Ryan, but that's also now made him slow on the exit, which is helping Dummist close. And we've got a prowling Banshee there behind them, ready to pounce, but he's just lost his rear on the final corner a little bit there.
It's alright. Calm yourself, James. Calm.
I can get more excited if you want me to. I can go full Banshee.
Oh, full James Acaster Banshee.
James Acaster Banshee. That is saved for pay-per-view purposes only. That's like, I'll put that on the OnlyFans if you want me to. I've just realised Reese has pulled enough of a gap to Chris to cover his penalty, which is huge. I think, Mark, are you making any inroads on Kid really here, or?
Not in any way, shape or form.
No.
Struggling to hang on, I'm not going to lie, these tyres are very, very slippery.
Yeah.
It may as well be pouring down. The amount of grip that I have.
Yeah, wow. So that is strong. So them tyres are basically useless to you, that is effectively what you're getting at.
Oh yeah. Pretty much.
That is not...
in a matter of speaking, yes.
In other words, yeah, fair enough. Right, but I'm very surprised. Are you not surprised, Morgan, by the gap that Reese has pulled out?
Not massively, no. I mean, I think his qualifying pace was over a second quicker than everybody else, so it doesn't really surprise me to carry that pace into the race.
That's true, but I still thought maybe Chris would keep it under 3 seconds. But, I mean, that is incredible pace from Reese. Anyway, Morgan, we're on the final lap of the race. Who gets your livery of the day?
So I've got a pretty tough choice, to be fair, between my 2 favourite liveries I've seen today.
I always put you in this position, don't I?
Yeah, I'm really torn between Saviour and Ryan.
Okay. Does one edge for any reason?
I think I'd pick Ryan, to be fair. The old school Force India livery is not exactly one that people recreate a lot, to be fair. So
yeah, it's not one seen very often.
The one that's come out of the woodworks makes it pretty special in this grid of Benettons and Jordans.
Yeah, no, that is... So there you go, guys. You've got Morgan's livery of the day. Do you know what? Shall I give mine publicly or shall I keep mine private?
It's down to you, James. You just made me do it publicly, so I think it's only fair.
Yeah, for once I feel like I should punish myself like I punish you. I will go with... This is going to sound like it's so rigged, but I'm going to go with Hodgie, just because I'm a sucker for an old school McLaren.
Thank you very much.
So I'm going to go with
Appreciate it.
Hodgie's. I mean, I would go for the 80s disco, but it's... Hodgie slightly edges that. Sorry, Gav.
It's alright. It's alright.
But, sorry, in other news, we have got Reese Whitcomb coming round the final corner to collect his first win, I think it is, in MRC-X, and that will be it. Chris Bailey comes home second, but it is a very close one for Kid. Oh, just on the line mark in P3. Well, P4, sorry. Oh, no, Saviour! Who went? Simba! Oh no! He's DNF'd! Oh wow!
This guy's literally just...
I don't know how to react to that.
I can't believe it. Oh man, Mark. Can't believe it.
Oh. Like, I'm in shock. I don't even know how to react to that. I mean, Gav's obviously got... What happened to Martin?
He's down in 16th at the moment.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I mean, how did he end up there?
Oh, I don't know.
No.
I mean, Laura Pell is also... I mean, we all know about him. He obviously had wing damage. Ocean Tame lost out. But Mark, Lion King, every name under the sun, whatever you are, I'm sure you're saying every name under the sun right now. But... Wow. What an end.
So... Oh, I'm so confused. But I'll come back to that.
I need to just say... Otherwise I will be murdered just about everywhere. Congratulations, Carl, on your Challenger Tier title, because you've been the class of the Challenger Tier in MRC-X this season. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to Reese and the two others on the podium today for this race. The Kid Dynamite, he started, what was it, 18th, wasn't it, Morgan?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think he's going to be Many's driver of the day. Saviour also from 16th to 4th. Mark 5th. Diamond Hornet 6th. Ryan 7th with another, I mean, we run out of words to describe his stints. I mean, another great stint. Gav on his debut, scoring, is that 25? That is 25 points for Gav.
25, yeah.
Yeah, wow, see, so you've just got a Challenger Tier win.
Wow.
I bet you're happy with that on your debut.
Well, I'm considering it was 3 stops and a drive-through penalty.
Yeah, that's
the
incredible.
Most eventful Chinese race
I mean, I did question you pitting when you did for the softs, but I think we've seen a very great Chinese Grand Prix there, and all I can say is thank you to you guys for joining me, because I thoroughly enjoyed that. So cheers, guys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and I'm sure I will see definitely Morgan next week, because he's my partner in crime on MRC-X. And
does MRC-X run on the break week?
Oh no, actually, so it won't be next week. I'll see you 2 weeks time for MRC-X with Morgan, potentially a Banshee if he's prowling on that date, and I'm sure my T-side Ted will always be here, because he has been here for every commentary I think I've done so far. So
I certainly will.
Yeah, so and he's got a title to fight for. So
I think I may have stuffed that one, I think, this evening.
No, I think you're still more than in with the fight. I mean, but anyway, that has been MRC-X at China. We've got one more race to go, and be sure to tune in, because it will be exciting. Thank you guys for watching, and see you later. Bye.